Hello ladies, gentlemen, and those that don't identify themselves in that binary. I'm the Ski, and welcome to my Pokémon Shield Nuzlocke. So, in a slower episode today, we're going to walk around Stow-on-Side, see the sights and pick up all the nice things that are hidden in this area. Normally this isn't the sort of content that I'd be showing, but I actually wanted to show that they've put a lot of effort into Stow-on-Side to show that there's not just sort of a linear walkthrough gameplay that we've seen through the rest of the game. It's something that I quite like. They put in a lot of time to making it a multi-layered, sort of hidden things round the back, and being able to see things from certain angles you wouldn't normally see to let you know to go and check something out. So I think that's quite interesting and quite well done, and sort of seeing all the areas of Stow-on-Side, while it's a small map and doesn't have as much content as say we've seen in Hammerlock, it does add a bit more flavour and makes the world a bit more of an actual world. So I walked around. This is the stadium being the biggest part of Stow-on-Side. In other Pokemon games, there's sort of background houses you can't enter, showing that it is actually a real city. They don't do that so much in Sword and Shield, which I think is a bit of a loss to the series, as the gym seems almost the same size as the town of Stow-on-Side. But nevertheless, we get to see a few bits, and they've even added this large mural, which obviously will be part of the plot later on. But it's a nice, focal point of what this town is about. Pokemon as a series has been quite good at that for some places and not others, and Stow-on-Side they've really put effort in to sort of add depth, even though we can't see a lot more of the town that would normally be here. At this point I did decide to head out to the next route, see if I could capture something and use it for the gym. After losing so many Pokemon, capturing something seemed like the best bet. So I went out towards this new route. As I arrived, I decided to take a look at the Pokemon and work out what I wanted at the front of my party and probably wouldn't, take out the Pokemon that I wanted to capture. So I started by thinking about what I'm going to do with Bellerophon and put Rupert out front on the basis Rupert's not likely to go down and we don't need to use to attack if we don't have to. So at this point, we decided that we're going to go right into this Glimwood Tangle, as it's called, Rupert at the head of the party, and see what we can capture. You can see Team Yellow up front, so we're not going to be able to progress much further. But I hit these mushrooms, and out came an Impidimp. Impidimp is a new Pokemon for this generation, so I threw out Rupert to take it on, and looking at it, it's a relatively similar level. It's clearly a dark type, so Rupert is probably the perfect person to take it on, won't take as much damage and can do a bit back as needed. Step 1, the Impidimp used Stagger to confuse Rupert, which is always a scary sign as Swagger is one of the most useful moves in the game. So decided to use something that wouldn't be too effective, so Brutal Swing, dark type move, and sort of try and get a bit of damage into the Impidimp so we could capture it. Impidimp has Assurance as well, not the greatest move, but does a bit of damage. And at this point, I thought it's probably worth trying out one of the Dusk Balls. Dusk Ball's better in the dark, in caves, and we are in the dark. And a few shakes, and boom, Impidimp was caught. Impidimp, looks like a little imp, devil-like creature, so the aesthetic works quite well for what it's going for, and, dark type might be useful. As we leveled up, Korax could learn Drill Peck. Drill Peck is a more powerful move than Pluck. Pluck can eat an opponent's berry, but you don't often see that. So, Drill Peck, a bit more damage from Korax, which is wonderful. Then of course, it came for the naming. Impidimp. As I say, it's a devil imp type Pokemon. So, we go for the classic demon of literature, Mephistopheles. Unfortunately, adding the Phillies at the end would take a bit long, so Mephisto. After that, it was time to do a bit of grinding, so I went back to Route 6 to go and beat up some wild Pokemon. Allister, the gym leader at Stow-on-Side, In this version of the game, in Sword, you have B, who's a fighting type trainer. Allister is a ghost type trainer. At this point, Allister uses Pokemon up to level 36, so that's our cap, and Rupert, being our most powerful Pokemon, was only at level 34, so I thought I'd better raise up to the cap, get to the point where we're going to be having a more equal fight. As it was, the Durants were being quite deadly against us. So we had Rupert, slogging away, Durant's quite defensible, which we're not expecting, and Durant decided to dig. So as I've shown before, there is only one thing to do in single player when an opponent uses dig, and that is to switch out to a flying type where possible. So in this case, Korax goes in. Durant dug down, ready to attack Rupert, and during the time it's under the ground, it can come up but can't get us because Korax is flying. Korax then has got a new move. Drill Peck. A bite did a fair bit of damage, but Drill Peck did way more than a quarter damage to Durant. And the fact that Durant chose to dig meant that next turn we were definitely going to hit, take no damage, and take out the Durant. Dig had no effect. Korax Drill Pecks. And that's it. Durant goes down. Now, as you know, I try not to show you all the sort of grinding and the dull parts of the game. But at this point, you can see we've got 4 level ups, and Mephisto got the first level up since we captured it. Rupert got to 35, Korax to 35, and Mulder to 33. That's a nice core. The Rock's been levelling up slowly at level 31 now. But the main thing that came out of this battle, the reason I'm showing you, is that Mephisto, with its first level up, evolves. Going from an Impidimp up to a Morgrem. Looks like a teenage evolution. They did very well this generation of making the sort of middle line look teenage, this sort of emo type character, and wants to learn the move False Surrender. So False Surrender is the special move of this line, where it's got an attack that doesn't miss. It's a dark type attack with 80 power. So Assurance is a pretty good dark type move that doubles if it's taken some damage. And Torment, while quite good in multiplayer battles, not the best. So Torment was lost for False Surrender. So after we did our bit of grinding and getting up to the right level to take on the gym leader, I headed up to the gym itself. At this point, as you know the standard thing, stand in front of the gym, face the camera, and look through the Pokemon and decide what we're going to do. In this case, as Allister only uses 4 Pokemon, we can bring 4 in. So I thought I would take Mephisto, who's now level 33, False Surrender, Sucker Punch, Swagger and Assurance, that's quite good. Korax is now level 36, and we know what Korax is like. Korax is our starter, pretty powerful, pretty useful. Next, Bellerophon, good attack, good defences, Rock Tomb, Water Gun, and Bite. Bite going to be the useful one here. And we have Protect if needed. And finally Rupert, normal type, so won't be taking the ghost damage very much, and has a decent spread of attack moves and is our most powerful Pokemon. So ready for the gym next time. At this point, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do like and subscribe, and have a lovely day.